welcome to another episode of You Reaching or Teaching. I'm your boy Derrick,
and I'm your boy Aaron.
And we back for another episode, and we will label this one "We Standing on Business," man.
You right, because we are.
we standing on business, man. How you been, man? How you been feeling since the last episode?
I'm good. I'm over school, bro. Like, I'm done with the semester. I literally stopped giving a damn, and that doesn't really happen with me with school. So I'm kind of loving it.
I feel like that only happens when you towards like the end of it. You already got into it, already got into the program, and you like, man, I'm over this shit. I already told myself, yeah, I ain't going back for nothing. But then you live life, and then you find other interests that you didn't have.
Yeah.
Before college and stuff like that, then you're like, damn, I wish I would have went to college for this instead. That's a cycle of life, man.
It is, because it's like I'm getting my master's in counseling, but with me teaching an undergrad class as well, it's making me think about getting a master's in education. But I just don't know if I want to go through that again, because I know most grad programs in education is 1 year, so it's like, okay, I can do that, take some classes. Do the on-site work, and I can knock that out. That would probably be easier than the 2-3 years I got now. But I'll get to an answer soon.
Yeah, we'll get there, man. But there's been a couple stuff that's been happening since the last time I recorded. One was congrats to, I guess you can say, I don't know why people always congrats, but Joker did pass LeBron and Jason Kidd for fourth for triple doubles, and that man did it in like 800 games less. That's crazy.
He's good, man. He's good.
That's a different type of beast right there.
He's good.
So congrats to him.
Prayers for Kelly Oubre.
Oh yeah. I just seen that. Got the notification this morning.
Yeah. As of today of this recording, he was in a car accident the other night in Philly. He had some bruised ribs and some cuts.
Yeah. They said he in stable condition though. So yeah, praise out to him. Hopefully get better soon. And them drives, that's a whole nother. That's an Unfiltered Brothers and that podcast. The way drivers be driving, man.
Seriously,
not much on college, but college basketball is back. There was some upsets. LSU first game,
they went down.
And we talking about the women's LSU. They went down. They lost against Colorado. Yeah. So, and Caitlin Clark is still Caitlin Clark. I think she the best basketball player.
That young woman. What Steve Nippy said? It's special.
It's special. Oh God.
Oh, let me tell you.
And she a walking bucket though. Like
she is.
You can't deny. Yeah, you can't deny like the talent. Especially in the college basketball right now with the women's, man, they got a lot of talent.
It is a lot
over there. The freshman from South Carolina, I think her name is Malaysia.
Yep.
Whew.
Great layup package.
Sauce.
Great handle. And I love that she drills with her head up.
Yeah.
For all those who are young out here listening, that's one reason why coaches tell you to drill with your head up.
Right.
You can see everything.
And we tell high school students or middle school students, pay attention to the college. Forget about NBA games when you be watching. You don't learn from them. Learn from these college players. Like watch some college games, see like their defensive schemes, how they run their offense and stuff like that, man. You learn more from the college basketball than you learn from the NBA. Y'all just want to skip steps. We can't just, it's a process.
Look,
you know what I'm saying?
College is for team structure. NBA is for individual structure. If you want to learn how to have a good post game, watch Akeem, watch Tim Duncan, good mid range, watch Jordan, Kobe, DeMar DeRozan. That's good for watching those individual skills. But you want to learn to play in a system, defensive schemes, small things too, like back cuts, knowing what the short corner is, those small intricate things of basketball. Watch college basketball.
Yep. And we're gonna talk about some systems later on in the episode.
Okay.
From your boy Harden, but but I did before we get into the main, some topics and everything like that. Watch the last episode, and we was reaching a little bit. I'm gonna admit I was reaching a little bit. I was just throwing out names and stuff like that when I was talking about Russell Wilson. I say Russell Wilson. Russell Westbrook. I was told y'all I was gonna go back, look up his numbers, his averages from last year, and I was like, I felt like some of those averages, you put that on another player, and that player can be a star for that team. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like my statement still stands, but I should have picked another name. I picked Drew Holiday when I said that statement. And he wasn't. Drew Holiday was his first All-Star in 10 years or something like that for him.
Yeah, he's been it twice.
So I picked him, and I did go back look at the numbers, and Drew Holiday averages was way better, way better than Westbrook averages last year. So I was reaching a little bit. But my statement still stands. He was top 10 in assists last year. So
you give Russ's stats to somebody like LaMelo Ball, or I wouldn't even say Tyrese Halliburton, like Austin Reeves, because there's a lot of glazing for him right now too. It would be saying like he's playing at this great level. He's putting out. He's doing this. He's doing that. It would be a lot of praise. So I'm with
That's
you.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So my fault, Drew. I didn't mean to do you like that, but yeah.
Hit us up.
On your end,
mm-hmm.
I'm surprised I didn't catch it when we was having the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But when you started doing your top 10 of the season,
okay,
you left out a real important person.
Ooh.
A real important person.
Who, the water boy?
They call him a splash brother.
Clay?
You left out Steph.
I did leave out Steph.
You left out Steph.
I did leave out Steph. I would say that I did.
You left out Steph, and I was like, oh, I can't believe he did that.
I just wasn't thinking about it. I think that the reason I didn't say Steph, apart from just not thinking about it, was I didn't expect much from the Warriors this year. I didn't expect them to be playing as good as they are now. So that was a part of the reason.
But that's part of the reason why I picked him as one of my top 3 MVP. Because I didn't really know what to expect. It's early. So your expectations can change a little bit as the season go along, but I was like, okay, it's still the same Warriors. Like, when y'all gonna pick up another official big man? Like, shout out to Looney. Looney be holding it down for real. Like, he's one of those players on the Warriors that people don't really talk about as much, but he's really valuable on the team.
He is.
He could hold his ground. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say he can do much against players like Joker and people like that, but we saw him get the 20 rebound games and stuff like that.
They just like that small ball system.
Yeah, but yeah, I feel like they need to get away from that.
I think they should have signed Dwight.
I thought they were. Just
a vet minimum contract. Yeah. Dwight ain't gonna do nothing but get you like 6 and 6, maybe a block a game, a pirate block a game.
Dwight coming off the bench for you? Come on now.
I would take Dwight off the bench.
And you got CP running your second unit too. Come on now. I thought that would have been better, but with that expectation, I was like, okay, they really didn't make much changes. I'm not sure how they're gonna run CP3 in that offense. I thought he was gonna slow the offense down more than what they what they used to. But I think being with the second unit is way better than being with the first unit. So I was like, okay, I don't see this team. I don't think the Warriors really got better in the off season. So I was like, okay, Steph is about to put them on their back. I don't even have an expectation for the Warriors. I just have an expectation for Steph. That's my thing.
And that's fair to say. Yeah, I'll say that. Yeah.
Thank you for making that up. Yeah, Steph. Yeah, he gonna put them on their back. My mom always tell you I had another hot take. I was on prediction. I think he like top 3 or top 4 right now. But I also was like, Steph probably win the scoring title.
I can see Steph winning the scoring title this year. Him or Luka. Luka, or Embiid this year can get the scoring title. Those are the 3 that I would put. He's
Yeah,
got
I
a
can see
shot
that
though.
too.
He's got a shot.
I mean, then you got stuff like, especially with CPN, man.
Mm-hmm.
Let him get that two. Let Steph be that 2 guard, man. You running. Y'all hate running out the Steph the whole game, so he gonna have y'all as boot camp.
No, for real, panting.
Like, come on, man.
But it's
I hate playing against people like that. I stay right in my spot. Let them run.
Let's say they gonna run. I'm gonna be the contested shot. Don't worry, but I ain't doing all that extra running. But you know the thing that someone said, I think it was Kendrick Perkins. He just be talking.
Oh God.
He just be
I'm
fucking
glad you
talking.
brought him up because I gotta say something about him.
So I'm gonna say this. You say that. It's Chris Paul does change their tempo, but it doesn't negatively affect it.
Right.
So I thought that was a terrible criticism by him and like whoever said that wouldn't work. Like y'all forget who the hell Chris Paul is. Like he, but
top 5 point guard in my opinion.
I agree.
I
agree.
Definitely in my top 5 favorite.
Like
all
player?
time. Yeah, all time.
Okay.
Mine is Kobe, Rose, Prime Rose. Then is CP3. Then is Steph, and then is AI.
I'm gonna be very honest, and I've been waiting to say this for a while. I think Derrick Rose is overrated. I do, bro. I think I'm serious. I think he's overrated. Great MVP season.
Great. Nobody was messing with Rose.
And like, I'm gonna be honest, even without the injuries, I still think he would be overrated. Like
nobody was messing with Rose during those seasons, man.
He had a good unit around him,
and he was getting better with his shooting as the years went along.
Yeah,
it wasn't as the best starting off.
Yeah, that's true.
But it was getting better as years went along. I mean, and you gotta like his finishing is like fucking 90 on 2K. Like you gonna get to the rack, and finish every single time. Crazy ass shots. Remember that shot he did Christmas Day against us?
Yeah, that's true.
What was that? I think it was like 2012. And I was like, damn, Kobe, my boy, my second favorite player. I don't know if I can be mad at you because you're supposed to do that, but not against the Lakers though. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry, bro. Like he's had good moments. He is a good player, but bro, like I don't got him over Isaiah Thomas, like Zeke Pistons Isaiah Thomas. I don't got him over Chris Paul, Steph, Magic, Jerry West, like Bob Cousy, those type of. Well, that's more of a traditional point guard, so anyone can say what you want about that. But there's just other point guards I got over him, bro. Like,
I mean, that's fair, but I feel like if he of course, we always do the what if situations. If he never got hurt, if he had a longer, if he would have had his MVP season, and then if he would have had probably like another 4 or 5 years of that type of play, that high quality play straight, then it would have been a different type of conversation. But he got injured, so he wasn't able to play at that level like he was. He did come back, then motherfucker got hurt again.
I'll say if he never got hurt, I say he has 3 MVPs, at the most, at the least 2. He goes to the conference finals 2-3 times, but then that's it. Like he basically does the same thing Jimmy Butler did to an extent, just with MVPs. Takes a team, gets far, but still loses. That's just how I see it, bro. We love Derrick Rose for the story. That's just we just love him for the story.
So where would you rank him with the like Steve Nash and stuff?
I got Steve Nash and Jason Kidd over him too.
Even if the
better
what
defenders,
if situation,
better shooters,
Jason not Steve Nash.
But Steve Nash is a shooter. He just didn't shoot that much.
No, I'm saying defender.
Steve Nash is a better defender than Derrick Rose, bro. Ooh. He is. He's a better defender than Derrick Rose. I'll stand on business on that.
I don't know.
He is, bro.
I don't know about that one.
Derrick Rose is an okay defender.
We'll have to revisit that one.
That's fine.
We'll have to revisit that one.
That's fine.
Because I can argue with Jason Kidd, yes. Definitely up there.
I got Derek Fisher over Derrick Rose.
Good
defender, clutch shooter, can really run an offense with or without Kobe in it. Like, come on.
You can say that about Rose too, though. I mean, outside of
Can we though?
Yeah, he had Noah for the defensive side.
Yeah.
Noah wasn't really as offensively
No.
good.
Defensive monster.
Defensive monster, like you said. Boozer, he was okay.
He played his role.
He played his role.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy was still young.
Yeah.
So just imagine if they actually grew together.
Was Kyle Korver on that team? Because I forget if he played in Chicago or not.
He did, but I'm not sure what period.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have to go look at that. I think Kirk might have been on the team as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they had some. They had a quality. They had a good. The Bulls was like I feel like was like the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had a good team.
Mm-hmm.
They probably had maybe like one or two players that was like a superstar on it, but outside of that, it was good role players on their teams and everything like that. So I mean, yeah, I just feel like if he never got hurt, he would at least got to the because what round did he get hurt when he
I want to say the second round.
It was the second round.
I want to say the second round.
I think they would have went to the. Well, I gotta look. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna stop saying stuff because I might be reaching and shit. I'm gonna do my research, but I feel like I'm gonna go back to that series playoff and look and see who they was playing. I feel like they would have. They was a problem for the Heat.
They were.
Rose was a problem for the Heat
because Mario Chalmers couldn't guard him. That's like because Mario Chalmers couldn't guard him.
A lot of people couldn't guard him. You know what I'm saying?
That's
his handles was like that. Like he knew how to Rose knew how to get to the basket.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't like a Westbrook. Of course he didn't have the handles like Kyrie or nobody like that, but his handles was still tight. And shit, after he 1 or 2 moves, after he see you, you're like this. Oh, he going to the basket and he dunking on your big man. You know what I'm saying?
He was fearless.
Yeah, so I feel like yeah, if he never got hurt and he was continuing playing like he was his MVP season, yeah, he would have been up there with the at least top 10 point guards all time.
I still disagree. I still do, bro.
That's fine. That's fine. But I'm gonna stand on business and stand by that.
That's fine.
Rose would be
well,
top 10 up there.
Let's put it out there, y'all. Let's just go ahead and put it out there. Where's Derrick Rose for y'all in point guards 1 through 10? Where's he for y'all at? So I can go see later. I can also.
I mean, he's probably not top 10. I wouldn't put him in top 10 now because you got to name the point guards now. So you got Magic.
Okay, Magic,
Steph,
Chris Paul, Steve Nash, Jason Kidd, Isaiah Thomas,
Westbrook.
I would put Westbrook over here.
Oscar
Robertson. I would personally put Bob Cousy. That's a real throwback, but I'll put Bob Cousy. I'll put Derek Fisher over him.
Nah,
I'm putting Derek Fisher
over him.
Well,
you can only because 1-on-1 I'm not putting Fisher over Rose. No.
In a 1-on-1 situation, I'm talking about like the team and like the game.
Yeah.
So they're playing 1-on-1. Derrick Rose can beat a couple of these dudes.
All of them probably.
Like he not beating Magic. He not. He'll be quick, but Magic got the reach. Magic got the size. Magic athletic. Magic suppressed a lot of his game when we really look at it to just facilitate.
I don't know.
Look, I'm saying rookie year finals when Kareem was out, he played center. That's all you got to know.
No, that's fine. That's facts. But we talking about a different type of animal. Them niggas, they ain't see nobody like Rose coming in.
He ain't see nobody like Magic.
LeBron.
No. LeBron's not as flashy as Magic. LeBron's not as
stronger, faster.
Magic's strong too. Well, probably not as LeBron, but he's strong too. Excuse me. There we go. Like I don't get the Magic Bron comparison. I don't think that's a fair comparison. People say that should be a comparison.
I think it is. I think it's fair. It's just because because you brought up like he did play the 5. He could play every position. His passing ability, probably not the scoring ability. That's the only way I wouldn't compare the two. But yeah, you can play 1 through 5. The playmaking ability. I would have to look at Magic's like defensive stats.
Bron's defensive stats are still,
but Yeah.
For the longevity of his career, I think he had spurts where he played a lot of really good defense. It wasn't as consistent as I personally would have liked it. Magic's was a little bit more consistent, but Magic didn't play great defense like his last few years. So I'd say
Right.
that. I'll be fair and say that.
Yeah. I mean, what year? How many years did Magic spend in Michigan State?
I I
Was it
could
just
be
1 year
wrong.
or was it two?
I want to say he stayed 2, but I could be wrong. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up.
And I know Bird stayed off 4.
Yeah, Bird stayed all 4.
Um, but yeah,
Mm.
put some respect on Rose, yo. Stop playing.
Don't get too caught up loving Rose too much. Remember that, y'all.
So there was my we would put this poll out there too. So if Rose would stay healthy, you wouldn't have him because we didn't name AI.
Yeah, shooting guard though. Realistically, he's
Realistically, he played a
oh, it
one
was 2
though.
years. We were right. It was 2 years.
3 years ago.
Yeah, he played 2 years. That's the thing. Like AI technically is a 2 guard. Like it's just his size would be a point guard.
Yeah. But the years that he did lead the that year he did lead the
Oh, Philly.
Philly to the finals. I think he was mainly point guard that time.
Yeah,
Um
he's also giving you like 30 a game
yeah.
too.
Yeah, AI was a fucking monster.
I heard something crazy. Someone said they would rather have James Harden career than Allen Iverson's career.
I
I don't know about that one. I don't know.
don't know about that one either. I don't know about that one either. But nah, give me AI.
I'll probably take AI's career too. Like they both have an MVP. They both been to the finals.
MVP scoring title.
Mm-hmm.
Been to the finals. And AI is more influential.
He is more influential.
You know what I'm saying? They made rules against AI. They need them to start making rules for James Harden. Let's just go ahead.
You want to get into that?
Let's go ahead and get into James Harden, man. All right, so y'all probably already seen the comment he made at the press conference before when he got to the Clippers. So, all right, so since last time, James Harden has been traded to the Clippers. They're running James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, PG, Russ,
and
Zubac as starters. What was the other? Batum went to the 76ers.
Batum.
PJ Tucker's with the Clippers as well.
Yeah.
Who else was in that trade? I'm not sure who else
a
was
bunch
in that
of
trade.
Picks.
Yeah, a bunch of picks and stuff like that.
Well,
initial thoughts on the trade before we get into his comments.
I still think, because I think we said it last time. I said that they were gonna do it, but it wouldn't be a good deal, and I'm still gonna stand on that. Like,
I don't like it.
I don't like it neither. They're 0-3 with him in the starting lineup, and it's just proving the point of like you're not the system, you're the problem. Like that's I'm just gonna be completely honest. I think if they would have kept the players that they had, the Clippers still could have been a playoff team. In my opinion, this season, like with
I thought they were supposed to have been. I thought they were supposed to have been last year too, but of course injuries and stuff. But
yep.
I'm gonna stop using that as an excuse too, because y'all professional basketball players.
No, seriously. I remember seeing Gilbert Arenas' take about rest and stuff like that, but I can say that for later or another day. But basically, I think the Clippers before this trade had the makings to be at least I would say the 6th seed, because I'm also including injuries. Yeah. They could still been like the 6th seed. At worst, they're a play-in team and they get the 7th seed. But they still were going to the playoffs before this trade. I think that what we're seeing happen right now, besides his James Harden being James Harden, is we're thinking that star power is just going to help us win.
Mm-hmm. And that's having them 4 players on. Well, because I feel like that's different. When we picked up Dwight, Rondo, Melo, yeah, they was on their last legs. Those people ain't even in the league no more. But you got Russ, Harden, Kawhi and PG on the same team. PG mentioned that they all got, high IQ for the basketball.
Mm-hmm.
But why are you at the 4?
No,
Why? Like that's not gonna work. Like
that's not gonna work against Giannis. Like that's not.
It's not.
That's not. And Zubac can't do nothing with him either
at all.
And Kawhi not prime Kawhi no more on defense, so he couldn't even get Giannis like some issues.
So then you got, it might got to be another situation like Golden State. Somebody gonna have to come off the bench.
Somebody's gonna have to.
Somebody's gonna have to come off the bench.
But I think that Ty Lue would make James come off the bench if he wants to do it smart. Like James, you come off the bench, you run, because you put him at the 2. You just get Bones Highlands at the point. But then also, Terrence Mann. What we doing with Terrence Mann now? Because
I'll start him.
I would start Terrence Mann too. I would start him, Russ, PG,
because like when you have those 4 in the game at the same time, maybe in crunch time, but just you got all those people need the ball.
Yeah.
All those people need the ball in their hand. And we're gonna get into the comments, but James Harden will hit he gonna want the ball in his hand majority of the time. That's not gonna work.
No.
And we saw in the past that's not gonna work. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into his comment. He was on a press conference, and pretty much during that press conference, he mentioned, he's not a system player. He is a system. Is he reaching or what?
He damn sure reaching. Like even in James Harden's prime, he was the system, but was it a successful system?
Yeah,
not really. Like, yeah, he was getting 40-point triple doubles and 40-point double doubles, but the shooting numbers was looking like concert dates. He was 7 for 15, 8 for 21, 3 for 13, and most of your points was really free throws. Like he go 18 for 18, yes. 17 for 19, cool. But James Harden has been a type of player where his flash has overshadowed his flaws.
Mm-hmm.
And we just focus on the fact of the step back, the crossover, he left-handed. We get caught up in that stuff. And then those runs in Houston, they had a good run with him and Chris Paul. That was a pretty good team, but they just fell apart in the end. But he was definitely reaching with that comment. I think he still thinks he's the supermax player. He's not no more. Like, can he be valuable to a team? I wouldn't say no, but I don't think that he is what the team should build itself on.
So do you think he deserves whatever money he's asking for?
No, because it's an amount of like a Luka, a Joker, a Giannis. I'll even still say LeBron. He's still playing very well at his age. Mm-hmm. Like, you're not at that level, bro. Like, you're inconsistent. You don't commit, like, both, like, to the team as well as in the game.
Yeah.
I'm not giving you that money. And I was thinking about this on the way over here, is we see that trend now with players who just want to get paid. Like, Jordan Poole basically made his comments, I got my ring. Okay, you don't want more? You don't want to compete? No, you just want the bread. Like, at the end of the day, you want your money. Okay, get your money. But there's a difference between the money you deserve and the money you earn.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Also, check out my sponsor, Charlie Clothes.
Check him out. He also mentioned doing that press conference, so I thought Joe was about to walk through. He also mentioned in that press conference just how he felt like when he was with Philly, he was on a leash. Yeah. He couldn't really do what he wanted to do. He said he sacrificed for the team, taking less money, pretty much changing his role around, not being ball dominant like he were on like the Warriors. I mean, not the Warriors.
He was on the Warriors?
The Houston. He was on the Houston and everything like that. But my thing is, I feel like it's only a handful, maybe even less than that, of players that is a system and can adapt to the system. LeBron, I want to say Steph, but he just been with one system, so I don't know how to judge it just yet. But it is, I can't say Steph too, because he started with Mark Jackson. Mark Jackson built that Warriors team up, and then they got Steve Kerr.
Yep.
Different minded. So it was basing that system around Steph, but they had their own ideas with how they want to run the program and everything like that. So LeBron, Steph, shit, outside of them two, I don't know who else that maybe I'm not sure. I'm not sure who else. But I feel like if you're a great player, though, you should be able to adapt whatever system that you're in. If you are sacrificing, it's better for the team. I don't feel like no player should think they're bigger than the fucking team.
And that
at the end of the day,
yep,
you have to be the one. You're this all-star. You're the top 75 player on the team. You want that whatever max contract from them, but you have to produce. You know, and we're not gonna say you can be whatever system you're talking about. We're not gonna sit here talk and not acknowledge the lack of defense you still have all these years in the NBA.
The turnovers you get,
like
he's still the playoff leader in turnovers.
I'm not surprised.
He has the record for the most turnovers in the playoff game, 11.
And I'm not surprised. It's like, and I get it, and we mentioned this a long time ago when you was on Houston. It's like, bro, you can ball your ass off.
Mm-hmm.
You can lead a team, but your style of basketball don't fit with what he's trying to do.
And that's why when he says sacrifice, why we always look at sacrifice as a bad thing.
Yeah.
Like, no, you don't think that.
You see, Russ had to take the biggest. Russ took the biggest sacrifice out of everybody over the last 2-3 years.
Yep.
Now his contract is what, 2 years for
$8 million.
And he was coming off the bench last year. Like, that's sacrifice. Melo figured out he had to sacrifice. I'm gonna just come off the bench now.
Yep.
You know, I want to win.
Yep.
So let me just come off the bench now. And what is taking you so long?
And that's my problem. It's like you gotta look where you were. Like, you were with Joel Embiid. You know, he gets compared to Akeem Olajuwon a lot. I see the comparisons.
Right.
He's a big man with a soft touch. He can shoot the three. He's an underrated mid-range shooter. His mid-range shooter is very good. He's a good free throw shooter.
I think he need to do more of that instead of the threes, in my opinion.
Same. I think he needs to start being like LaMarcus Aldridge and pulling the mid-ranges and like shoot about like 3 threes a game.
Yeah.
But you're working with someone who can dominate at 3 levels of scoring. You got Tobias Harris, who took a big-ass backseat. We don't talk about that. And now that you're gone, he averaging almost 20 a game.
And then I feel like the whole team have got better. Maxey is averaging like 22, 23, something like that per game now. And that's another.
No, it's 25.
25. That's another conversation too after we finished the James Harden I wanted to bring up.
Also, I appreciate all the love for Tyrese Maxey when we did actually what players been surprising.
Yeah.
I was actually surprised that people were paying attention. So he had like 3 responses.
Facts.
So,
but nah, I get it though.
Yeah.
Because he definitely stepped up. It's probably disrespect from us because we ain't put him in that most improved conversation.
I was thinking about him, but I didn't do it.
Yeah, I thought about him too. But once again, I still didn't know what that James Harden situation was going to be. I didn't know if they was going to trade him, hold him, you know what I'm saying, hold him on the team or what, because he would have been a big distraction for the team, and I don't know how that would have affected everybody else play with James Harden still on the team. But now that he's gone, I feel like he can play more freely. He can do what he want to do. Not what he want to do, but just show his true skills on the court now.
But you know the thing too, it's like, and I forgot about that when we talk about like on a leash. Maxey was on a leash. Like, and we being real, it's like, James, you fail to see that you averaging 18 and 10 can actually help a team. You don't need to get 25, 27, 30 points. You just averaging 16. You averaging like 16 and 13 assists a game. Wow. I'll take that.
And what the fuck have you shown us in the playoffs to want this, contract? I get that you James Harden. Boom. You got the accolades already. But we in the present time now.
Yep.
And we want to win.
Yep.
We want to win now. Y'all disappeared in the playoffs last year.
No, for real.
Embiid got the MVP and was like, I'm good for the season. Man.
Yep. No,
he got the MVP and said, I'm good for the season. Ain't do nothing in the playoffs.
Nope.
Harden, you just superstar. You got to step up. Where the defense at? That's on y'all. Y'all was up 3-2 on them. Y'all let them come back.
Mm-hmm. I got a question though, because when we hear about Harden, we hear about off the court a lot. Not saying that doesn't affect it, but do you think that needs to always be in the conversation? Because we got players like Ty Lue who will be doing the same shit partying, but then he show up every night off the bench and give you 20 as the sixth man.
I feel like it does. Not for every player. For players like that, if you coming on the court, you actually producing. Shit, we can't say nothing about you. We just mentioned how fucking Joker. He looked like he was partying, going to horse races all summer, and he coming back still an MVP for him.
Yep.
But then you get to the Clippers, you want to become the system. Y'all go down 0-3, y'all lose 3 straight with you playing, and then you in the club the next day. And I'm not saying don't be in the club, but can we fix what we got going on first, and then you can go out there and start partying?
And that's what my point is. It's like sometimes I don't give a damn if they partying. Sometimes I do. It's like with Dennis Rodman, I didn't give a damn that he was partying because he still showed his ass up.
Yeah,
he still showed up. But it's also with Rodman was at practice. Rodman was working out by himself. Ty Lue was working out. Trying to think of other big partiers. I don't know why I keep thinking of Michael Irvin from basketball. But it's like, I think that to an extent, most people don't care what you do off the court as long as you show up, not just for games, but for working out. It's like, Harden, are you working out? Are you in the gym? Or is it the summertime just hanging with little baby?
Right.
Like, that's what I care about. Are you perfecting your craft? Are you staying in shape? Are you, properly resting?
That's another thing too. And we can tell he gained weight over the years. He's not in the best shape he was in Houston,
early Houston.
And you can tell like he still got his handles, but it's not as quick as it was when he was with Houston. He was moving a little looser. Like
I think that I'm gonna say that's the hamstring injury because he did have a bad.
He did have yeah. I can agree to that. But yeah, it's kind of like I feel like it's kind of like I don't want to put that on. I don't want to put that bad energy out there. I feel like we won't see that type of player in him from Houston. The same as like we won't see Game 6 Clay.
I agree
again.
I agree.
I don't want to put that energy out there, but I know he's just getting back. He played a full season last year though, so you know. But yeah, I just haven't seen that switch cut on yet. So yeah. Any more on Harden?
Well, this ain't on Harden, but this is extended from what I was talking about. Do you think players should have curfews? Because
it wouldn't work.
You don't think it would work? I can see why.
Not in the NBA.
I can see why you say that because I was on the game one night talking to some of my boys, and I said, I'm only implementing curfews if I have a young team or if I have a James Harden. Because then if you break that, that's fines and no playing time. Like if I got a young team like the Rockets, the Spurs, the Orlando Magic, if we on the road, we have a curfew because I'm still teaching you professionalism.
Yeah.
Like I'm still molding you as young men, in my opinion, because you're coming straight from college. Versus like a James Harden, it's like, okay, that's just him with this setup. I don't need a curfew for LeBron.
Yeah.
I don't need a curfew for Steph. I don't need a curfew for Giannis, Joker. But I may need one for like Harden.
Right. Didn't somebody, who was the organization that I thought it was they was trying to put like a curfew on a team?
I want to say
something happened on the road.
I think it was the Grizzlies. Was it the Grizzlies?
It might have been the Grizzlies.
Okay, I could be wrong.
It might have been Memphis. It might be Memphis. Yeah, but I think they could try to implement that, but I think it would be more respected if somebody. It would probably only be for certain teams. So teams like the Lakers, teams like the Warriors that have those key players, maybe like the Suns who got a KD on there, Devin Booker.
Yeah.
Maybe Nuggets, stuff like that. But it has to. I feel like that type of rule will have to come from the players. I feel like it wouldn't be respected if it came from management up. where coaches up. I feel like the players feel like we on the road. We got to stay focused. We got a mission. Our health that's one important thing too. So we can't be out. I'm not sure if y'all drinking or not, but listen, sleep is a big part of that. Rest is a big part of that. So, I'm not, requiring it, but I'm highly suggesting that as a team, we get, a certain amount of rest every single night, be ready be early for practice the next morning or be ready for game time the next day. I just feel like it got to come from the star players. And the players will respect it more if it comes from the star players rather than the coaches and everything like that, especially if they don't have the best relationship with the coaches and management and stuff like that. But if the players come together and be like, hey, this is what we got to do, then it would be more respected.
I don't disagree with that. I just also see it working and not working both ways. Like, I can see Jordan Poole not giving a fuck about Draymond saying we have a curfew, but I can also see the players going, yes, sir, to Greg Popovich, of saying, like, this is our curfew.
Yeah.
So I think that there's exceptions to each side.
Yeah, it got to be certain teams. Certain teams, especially, and maybe not like a rookie coach. Maybe they wouldn't like the Bucks.
Yeah.
Stuff like maybe just something like that. It'll have to come from like a Giannis or Dame or Middleton.
Or when he was there, when George Hill was there.
Yeah. George Hill as well. So yeah, it's situational.
Okay.
It would have to. Certainly, like you said about Pop is well respected. So and that's a young team. They don't really have no star players.
No.
On their team, of course, we
got
Wemby, but he ain't established yet. So they especially the people that's been playing 2-3 years and trying to make that leap themselves, they're not gonna take no direction from no rookie.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Even if he is, the number one pick and everything like that, they're not going for that.
Yeah,
you see how they treated, the Cavs treated LeBron when he got there. Ain't nobody about to listen to no rookie.
Yeah.
So yeah, it definitely comes from certain people.
I got you.
But I did want to you brought up Maxey. I remember. So I was watching Gilbert Jones like last week, or maybe it was week before that. But he was talking about Jordan Poole. And I do remember someone pretty much answering one of our questions was like, the Kuzma and the Poole duo, and just how shitty that is.
I know who that came from too,
and everything like that. But it was funny because when I was watching Gil's Arena, he was mentioning how Poole, is his own team now, but when is he gonna stop being a hooper and become a basketball player?
Right.
And it was funny he said that because I remember like it was like last year sometime, or maybe before that. I was at the bowling alley and people, some guys was there, drinking, bowling, and, they started getting on the sports topics. You know how that gets.
Yep.
And they came over to us. They was like, man, come on, man, we gotta hear it. It was like, who would you rather take? They said, would you rather take? And this was probably 2 years ago, before he got before Poole got the contract. He was like, they was like, would you rather take Jordan Poole or would you rather take Maxey?
Well, I'd rather have Maxey.
And I was like, I take Maxey any day, And I was mentioning, I was like, Poole is just he a hooper, you know what I'm saying? He a professional.
He great to go to the park with.
You know what I'm saying? He a professional hooper, but with Maxey, he hoop and he a basketball player. And he was like, of course, when you talking to certain people, it's like what's the difference? It's like it's a big difference. It's a big difference when you just talking about a hooper versus a basketball player, somebody that's been through a system, organized basketball and everything like that.
Yep.
You have a couple people that can go professional because of their efficiency throughout the season and everything, because they're good in that system.
Yep.
If I make a play and you open in the corner every time, and you giving me like 4 out of 5 3-pointers every game.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, yes, I'm recruiting you.
Yeah.
I'm recruiting you. You in the quarters.
Yep.
So a lot of people can be good in a system and everything like that. Or like Poole, he can go to the Drew League, fuck some shit up, do whatever he can.
Average like 30.
We seen when he was playing. This game was a while ago. He was tripping. They got him. He was on a fast break. It was bigger defender on him. Then he started dribbling backwards. Just turned around and just shot it
and
missed it. Got a shot block. I'm like, yeah, what are you doing? But you gotta understand, it's just.
Do you think that some dudes just be like, I made it?
That's
when they get to the NBA, it's like,
yes.
I'm here now. Like,
yes. I see that with not even in sports, see that across like a lot of entertainment industry.
Same.
They get their foot in the door and be like, I got it now. Like, I'm here. You can't tell me I didn't make it. But then that's it. You know, it's like it's nothing else after that. And like you mentioned before, Poole was like, I got my ring. Now give me my money.
Yeah. But if you keep playing like ass, ain't gonna be no
more.
Look, Andre Drummond said it best at one of his camps. I went from $100 million contracts to vet minimums.
Yep.
That's gonna be you, Jordan Poole. You keep fucking playing.
Like
you find yourself with the Orlando Magic on a 1-year contract for $3 million. Playing 4 minutes a game.
Because Orlando got some people over there. While you play, they got some basketball players over there.
But it's like when you say hooper and a basketball player, it reminds me of two things. Well, one, it reminds me of an example. It reminds me of someone saying it. I was watching Last Chance U about a year or two ago, and it was Joe Hampton who was being interviewed. And the interviewer said, "What's the difference between a hooper and a basketball player?" He said, "How you say?" He said, "The hooper, he's just gonna go out there and shoot. He's gonna go out there and score." Like, he said, you gotta kind of have a bad memory. You gotta just go out there and play. He said, like me, I'm a hooper. Like, you can point to me and I'll go get you 20. He said, but a basketball player, they're gonna break the game down. They're gonna make sure everyone gets to their spots. They're gonna get their touches too. He said they both important. Because it's like two examples come to mind, both at like the power forward position. You got Tim Duncan, that's a basketball player. But then you got Michael Beasley, that's a hooper. Like, for those who do know, you just see Michael Beasley go like in the big three on his training. Michael Beasley a hooper. He a hooper.
Like, you can't deny that. He went number 2 for a reason.
No, for real, because it's like
he went number 2 for a reason.
And it's like, we don't talk about this. It's like at practice, when he was in Miami, he was the best one-on-one player. Like, he would give Braun work, he would give Wade work. And it's just like that's him. That's him. Like, he a hooper.
Yep. Yeah. Like, when you talk about hoopers, it's like hoopers want to. Don't get me wrong. Hoopers want to win, but they're more individual focused.
Yeah.
You gotta go to the park. So you go to the park, man. It's like it's a James Harden situation. It's a James Harden situation kind of because it's like, man, only thing James Harden, he's flashy with it, with the dribbles, the step back, jumpers, and everything like that. Well, let me not say James Harden for y'all. Say I'm reaching again. But yeah, you just players that hoop. They just worry about the highlight. Maybe they'll do a couple no look passes to the play or whatever. But if they lose, they be like, maybe y'all should have got me the ball some more. It's just focused on them. Or it's like, y'all get kicked off the court. Y'all got 5. Then you getting traded to another team. Jordan Poole. Then you getting traded to another team. Hey, y'all got 5. Y'all need to pick me up back. I'm running with y'all now. So they don't really care. They only care about themselves. They just want to hoop. But a lot of people is a mental thing. I feel like Poole got a lot of growing he still needs to do, and I think he can become a good player, a starting player for a team. But I don't think he's there yet, especially not with the Wizards been trash. Hey, the GM and shit. What y'all doing over there at DC? I'm like 3 hours away, and I don't even want to come to a game for real, unless the Lakers.
No,
there.
But say no for real. We like 3 hours away.
Unless the Lakers there, I don't even want to come to a game. Y'all been making no horrible decisions ever since Wall and Bill been there together.
And you know what's crazy? 2015, 2016, or 2014. That time in DC was lit with Wall, Bill, who's my Gortat?
Yeah.
Like Kelly Oubre.
Yep.
That was a team.
It was a good.
That was a good
And
team.
then y'all just start fucking up. Like y'all didn't make no type of like. Come on, and it's we talk about LA.
Yeah.
We talk about New York.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, this is DC. This is DC.
Like
you act like people don't want to go to DC.
No, for real.
You know, what
people want to go to DC.
DC, and it's like an hour, maybe not even an hour from Baltimore.
It's less than an hour from Baltimore.
Yeah,
it's all right there.
It's all right there. It's like 30 minutes or so. Shoot, DC, probably. I don't know the roads. Probably still 95 or something like that. Shoot, you got Philly. That's probably like an hour or 2 hours away, maybe
at the most 2.
Like, come on now.
But it's like
who don't want to come to DC?
Because it's like let's just be real. Peak DC time, that was one of those places during the NBA at that time that you gonna go. Like you didn't care if DC was playing the Raptors at that time. You know, Wall and Bill about to go crazy.
Make a show.
They're about to make a show. Them games was packed back then.
Yeah.
Look at them now.
Yeah. I don't know what y'all been doing now, man. Y'all been trading for nothing.
I'm gonna be real. I'd rather go to a Knicks game to see them play Milwaukee than go to a DC game and see them play the Lakers. Just because it's New York. At this moment, it's New York.
You probably gonna have more Lakers fans in that bitch anyway. So you might as well go to LA to go see it.
Might as well. I might as well go to LA to see the game. Damn, you're right.
But yeah,
that's
I think. But yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, Poole just need to mature a little bit more. Maxey, I feel like he's taking a big leap this season, and I'd rather have Maxey than Poole. Y'all let us know who y'all rather have, Poole or Maxey.
You know, you just jogged my memory, and I'm not gonna go on a long story, but one night I had like a kickback at my apartment in college, and the basketball team pulled up, which was very surprising. It was like 50 people deep that day, but they was going back and forth with one dude I know because he had on a Kawhi jersey, and they was like, "Oh, you fuck with Kawhi?" He was like, "Yup, top 10 all time." It was like, whoa.
I hate talking to people like that, bro. I hate talking to people like that. They're saying it's like people like that is like when you talk about music, they say if their young boy is the GOAT.
Yep.
I'm not talking to y'all about music. And if you say that, then they'll just be like the Kawhi. But you're not.
He's nowhere near. He's not top 10. But bro, someone made a good point. They said you want to say he top 10 defenders all time. I'm not mad at that.
We can argue that.
I would personally say he is. Yeah. But all time, he was like, man, motherfucker, you tripping. Like, what makes him all time? Bro, they was at it for like an hour and a half. I swear to God.
And he probably said nothing.
Bro, because what can you...
Okay, like... Okay, Kawhi was valuable on the Spurs championship run because of his defense.
Mm-hmm.
His defense, against Bron and everybody. Raptors, pretty much the same thing. If he didn't switch on Giannis in the Eastern Conference Finals, that series probably would have went another way. Was it Eastern Conference Finals? No, did they beat? Who did they beat?
They beat the Bucks. They beat Philly.
Yeah,
and
because that run, that was one of the years where it was like, okay, now the Eastern Conference Finals look like something.
Yeah,
I mean, not the Eastern Conference just looked like something.
It was more than LeBron dominating.
Yeah, but yeah, like, and he can get a bucket. Kawhi don't got no bag.
No, he just got a smooth jumper.
Yeah, he don't got no bag or anything like that. But he'll give you a bucket. But outside, he not really a playmaker.
Nah,
and he can't really create, anything for his teammates.
He can create for himself.
Yeah, he can create for himself, but he's not the best at doing it. I think Paul George is better at creating shots for himself than he is.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's definitely not top 10.
It's like, damn. I wish he was there that day, bro. Because they was on his ass. It was hilarious.
And I don't even like doing these goddamn debates no more, man. Y'all make that shit not fun, yo. Nah. I swear y'all do. Y'all make these debates not fun at all. Cause y'all just be throwing just different, irrelevant shit in there. Like, hey, LeBron ain't even had no daddy. What? What? He ain't had no daddy growing up.
real.
Man, how can you not like this man? Ain't nobody talking about the man childhood. We talk about it with hoops. We talking about him on the court. I care about everything else outside.
No,
what he does outside the court makes him the great man as he is. We talk about
the court.
LeBron as a basketball player, not as a man. Nobody. We can't speak on that man as an individual because we don't know that man. We just talking strictly hoops. Y'all already started bringing. Man, y'all be getting on my goddamn nerves, man.
For real. And it's like
I don't even like having those conversations no more.
No, for real. Because also about me, I love my Lakers. I'm a Larry Bird fan, and I was going back and forth with dudes. One of them like, yo, Larry Bird was that dude, bro.
He was
like that.
I didn't like him. But I inherit the Celtics hate growing up, and I didn't. And it was funny because I didn't even know why I didn't like the Celtics.
Mm-hmm.
It was so funny. I was like, man, fuck.
Yeah, that's it.
I said Larry Bird ain't nothing. But then I started watching Larry Bird. I said, bro, bad white boy, man.
And that's what. And that was
the baddest white boy.
Baddest white boy ever is him, Jerry West, and Dirk. Like,
yeah,
because it was and then Luka. I throw Luka.
Yeah, you got to Luka in there. I said like a year ago. I was like, listen, if Luka continue to play like he played and gets the Mavs a championship, he might be.
He knocking on some doors.
Nah, he might be. He can be top 2 bad white boy.
No, for real. But it's like the argument against him was like, bro, he was white. I'm like, and he'll give you 40
and talk shit.
He'll tell you, yeah.
He'll fight you too.
No, for real. Like, all right,
he'll fight you
so
too.
You can't guard me. So I'm gonna back you down, turn around.
Tell you what.
I won't even look at you. I'm just gonna go back on defense. Didn't do it. Like when I think he was playing the Hawks because it was Dominique Wilkins' rookie game, and he went
in the locker room and told him what he gonna give him.
Yo, then he did it before the game was over. He did it at the third quarter. Yeah. Then he looked at the coach and said, "Do you have anyone that can guard me?" That's cold, bro.
That's a cold motherfucker. I'll fight him too.
Like,
I understand why they was mad at him. Like, come on, that boy was giving y'all buckets. We know.
Anyway, I digress. I didn't sit back.
Oh man, that's hilarious, man. So another thing that went on since we last met was Draymond Green's comments just about the chemistry of last year's Warriors team. So one, he was like the chemistry was just awful last year, and we know why. He said it was horse shit. It was hard to come to work and it wasn't fun. And pretty much with this team they got this year, he just felt like everybody's on the team is just willing to sacrifice. Bro, I'm on your ass. I'm about to stand on business. Bro, you can't just go get in front of the mic and give that type of opinion like that, like the chemistry issue wasn't your fault, my guy. You knocked your teammate out. If the footage was leaked or not, you put your hands on that man. Like, and I know some NBA players, like, they'll probably be like, man, that's a regular thing that goes on in practice, blah blah blah. It's a different time.
Yeah, that's true.
Niggas ain't. You put your hand on somebody now. Draymond Green was probably raised with a different background than Jordan Poole growing up.
Mm-hmm.
He went to Michigan, right?
Yeah, Draymond went to Michigan.
He went to Michigan. I'm not sure what high school.
Michigan State.
Well, no, I'm not sure what
high school. No, I forget where Draymond from.
Him and Poole. I'm not sure.
I think he may be from Michigan.
I'll look it up. They probably grew up with different backgrounds, and that's a grown man at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. You Superman. He Superman punched him.
He is Superman punched him. He looked him in the face and got him. That was it.
Like, and come on now, like, it's different if both of them squared up and everything like that, man. But you knocked your play out at the beginning of the season. It's your fault that the chemistry wasn't where it needs to be. And then you got the man. We can judge that later on in a year or two. But then you got your man shipped to DC. So you can get your bag. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh boy,
come on, man. That's all on you. That's your fault.
He is from Michigan.
He's from Michigan.
Signal.
I heard
So
that.
you know,
I
yeah,
heard that.
he's from Michigan.
That's all on you, my boy. You fucked it up.
If I can be completely honest, I'm with Draymond. I'm with Draymond, bro. It's just a certain amount of disrespect that a man can only take. And it's like there's a difference between shit talking and being disrespectful. Because basically what was told that happened at practice. And I would okay, before I can tell, I will say this. It shouldn't have got there. It shouldn't have got there to that point. However, I think it is fair that Draymond checked him before he hit him. Of
Right.
like, okay, yeah, you got paid, but we still got work to do. Yeah, we won, but you still got work to do, bro. Like Draymond is right in that sense as a professional.
Okay.
Where Jordan Poole is wrong is you can talk basketball. I'm cool, me personally too. I'm cool if you talk shit to me about basketball. That's fine, because at the end of the day, I'm more than this court. I'm more than this ball. But when you start making it personable, okay, now we going somewhere else. And that's where Jordan Poole did. He took it left, and Draymond checked his ass. And it's like, in my opinion, that's warranted at the end of the day. You want to talk some shit, back it up. And he didn't. Like, yes, is Draymond part of the reason the chemistry was terrible? Yes. Yeah. I would not say he's not. However, it's one of those things where it's like, but
I don't know. Well, one, I don't know what was said. I think some of the stuff that I heard allegedly that was said was pretty much 30 is always carrying you. Poole would just continue telling him, 30 is always carrying you. Look at 30, he's still doing it. I bet his back hurt or something like that. I think that was what I heard. Poole was saying and everything like that allegedly. It's gonna be arguments at practice, man.
Yeah,
that would make a good team. You got to be able to take that pressure. Because like we saying, basketball, a lot of it is mental as well. So you got to be able to play through all that trash talk. And Draymond, one of the biggest trash talkers of all time. Ain't no telling what he was saying as well. We only know what Poole was saying. But at the same time, strictly you gotta keep it strictly basketball. You gotta keep it strictly basketball. But if it did warrant, I don't know, man. These grown ass men, I don't know if it gonna warrant a fucking a punch in the face. I don't know. Like me when I balled, and I know y'all heard all that. When we ball, even shoot with our middle school players, high school players, like the trash talk be crazy. We ain't gonna be physical, but it ain't gonna turn into that. So you probably know more information than I do, or what Poole actually said to Draymond.
Well, what you said was correct. He was, basically saying Steph has carried you and Clay has carried you your whole career. Yeah. And it's like, that's where one of those things where it's like, it's basketball, but it ain't at the same time. Like, Draymond did work hard to get into the league. He is a vital part of the reason why they won. He ain't just some motherfucker who was on the team. Like, let's be real about that. So at that point, that's where it's a gray area.
But it may be, because when you arguing, especially with your teammate, us as men, our ego, we gonna have, you ain't gonna get the last word on me.
Nah.
I don't give, look, I don't care if I'm reaching or not. Yep. I don't care if I'm capping
That's right,
or not.
Joe.
So you gotta, so you gotta think, like with Draymond, with as much as he accomplished, especially being a defensive specialist as well, with that on his jacket, and then with Poole just becoming, this player, we're having a ring now and getting a contract. It's hard. You got Draymond Green who's gonna come at you every single practice, and then I feel like it's probably something. I feel like it's more than that. I feel like a punch doesn't come from one practice.
No,
I feel like this shit was built up over the summer.
It was, and
that's something. No, my fault. I feel like that's something that's not discussed either. I feel like it's more to the backstory than what we get, and plus, and granted, we don't need to know everything. That's y'all business. Y'all handle that behind the scenes, how y'all handle behind the scenes. But I don't think trash talk from one practice deserves that. But when you are trash talking somebody like Draymond, you gotta be in your bag.
Yeah,
you gotta be in your bag. So Draymond probably hit him with something crazy. So I mean,
Mhm.
and what else can I come up with? But hey,
Yep.
30 is the one that got this team to where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, you ain't do shit.
You
And
know what I'm saying?
and
So
no, you're right. And that's why it's like you do not gotta know who you talking to. And I do agree that no, this one practice won't it. This has been
yeah, it
built.
got to be built up. So I don't think that one incident at practice caused that. It had to be beef. It probably beef from since the season ended from them winning 2022.
Mm-hmm.
To that point, it
Well,
had to
Jordan,
be something.
well, Poole was on the team for a minute though.
Yeah, it was, but we we seen the confidence of Poole. We seen how his swagger
Mm-hmm.
started to change
Yeah.
once he started getting more playing time and everything
Yeah,
like
from
that. Because you know how
2021,
to,
2022.
Poole, he always has the meme there. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, he must have seen a baddie at the game.
Yeah.
That's why he doing what
It's
he
like he
doing. So
playing
we
good.
seen, so so Draymond probably had a reason, a good reason. Poole probably was switching on the boys. After they won the ring, Poole and he had got Wiggins in the camera. He said, "Oh, we about to get paid. We about
Mm-hmm.
to get
That was
paid."
funny. That was funny.
So his attitude is like his mentality probably changed right there. And
Mm-hmm.
the veterans probably seen something in that, and probably that's probably was part of the downfall of that team as well. So
Yeah.
you gotta throw that into the factor of the chemistry of last year's Warriors too.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's a lot of gray areas, a lot of stuff that we don't know about them
Mm-hmm.
to make that last year. But damn,
Yeah.
Poole, you still gotta get your fade back, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta get your lick back, my guy. You gotta get your lick back. Oh man, any final thoughts on that Draymond comment?
No, as someone who's argued with teammates and has been almost physical with teammates, I'm personally all for it. Like, especially if it got to get there. That's just me. Like, if I got to put my hands on you because you crossed that line, I will. I have no problem with that. Do I want to come to that? Absolutely not. Because at the end of the day, it's a team. It should be about the sport. But if you've been an asshole for 3 seasons, talking about how you the shit and I'm not, at some point you gotta expect someone to say something.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody's gonna lie back and be like, all right, yeah, whatever. Like,
Yep.
let's be real. But I will say, Poole probably gonna get his look back. Probably if not like hitting Draymond, it'll probably gonna be in a game. It'll probably be like he'll do some shit where he hit him and we don't pay attention, something like that. We'll see. We'll see.
Yep. Yep.
But that's all.
Yep.
But just still, I will reiterate again, it should never have.
Man, I'm standing on business. It's on site when I see you, Draymond. I'm standing on business, man. It's on site when I see you
in the parking lot.
This one, we don't have to elaborate on it too much.
Mm-hmm.
But I did see something online. Of course, we talk about Wemby, we talk about Chet, we talk about Brandon Miller, some who another regular Lively.
Yeah.
Mavs, right?
Yes.
Lively from Mavs.
He was a good pickup for them.
He was.
He was a good pickup.
That first game I seen, against, I think it was the Spurs. I think the opening was against the Spurs. Yeah, I was like, who the fuck is this nigga putting all this pit back, dog? Like, he is on the boards, but nah, that was definitely a great pickup.
Yeah.
So yeah, Scoop. That's one person that hasn't had a good start.
Yeah.
To the season. You think he's going to get better?
Yeah.
As the season go along.
Yeah, because we only 9-10 games in. So I think that the rookies get sort of a pass their first year, but everyone's different. He's in a different system. He's Do
you think part of my fault? Do you think part of the issue, not really an issue, but a factor of the start was he went into it thinking he was going to be the number 2 guy because Dame was still there.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's more of now you got to step up your role.
Yeah.
As a player, your rookie season, because Dame's not here.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. He came in with like, okay, I don't got much expectations because Dame's still here, still got Simons, still had Jeremiah Grant, you still had Nurkic. Okay, now you don't got Nurkic, now you got DeAndre Ayton, and we all know who he was in college. He was, his time in Phoenix. So it's like, okay, with all this stuff going on, I feel like as if it was the only expectation was you just to do good. Like just have a good year. Like don't be perfect. But now that Dame's gone, it's like, all right, bro. Change the plan. So
yeah, we got something different to do now.
Yeah. So I think it's just that being in the Western Conference itself too. It's gonna get there. He's gonna get to where he's hitting his stride.
Cool. So I want to get to the Bucks and as well as LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
But first, I want to throw out some stats.
All right.
So last recording we threw out our predictions for the games of that week, and right now I am 3-6. Aaron, it's 1-7.
It's all good.
So yeah. During that time, this was October 29th to the November 2nd. The Kings defeated the Lakers. Lakers beat the Magic. Knicks beat the Cavs. Spurs beat the Suns twice. Clippers beat Magic. Lakers beat the Clippers. Pelicans beat the Thunder. And 76ers beat the Raptors. So for this week, alright, so today, recording, this is Sunday, November 12th. Game. So Lakers, we're playing against the Trailblazers. What do we have?
I'm gonna start by saying this, and please clip this, put it on YouTube, and y'all love it too. I'm about to hit the Stephen A. I am very upset because goddamn Lakers, Lord have mercy, God, and it's like this is making me nervous now by picking this pick. But I'm gonna say the Lakers over the Trailblazers. Anthony Davis, step it the fuck up, please, for the love of God, step it up. But yeah, I'm picking.
So you going Lakers?
Cool. Yeah, it's gonna be us. LeBron gonna have to play like God again.
Facts. I'm going Lakers as well.
All right.
Okay, Monday, 13th. I think this is NBA TV. We got Knicks and Celtics.
I'll go Boston. I'll give it to Boston. It'll probably be a better game than what we would expect. I would say that. I think it'll be a better game than what we would think. But I'm going with the Knicks. I'm going Boston.
Gotcha. Both been playing okay. Knicks been playing better than I expected.
It's just Julius Randle. That's just been it. Other than that, the team's been fine.
Yeah, trash. We'll get on him later on. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Boston with this one. Second game of that night, you have Cavs versus the Kings.
Ooh,
that's gonna be a good one, I think.
I'm gonna go with the Cavs. Okay. I'm gonna go with the Cavs, even though I like the Kings. I'm gonna go with the Cavs.
I'm gonna go with the Kings for this one.
Okay.
They're a home team too, so I feel like they're
home. Well, they're gonna like the bean.
Yep, like the bean. Then we got Wednesday, the 15th. We got 2 games. We got the Celtics versus 76ers.
I'm gonna say Philly.
I'm gonna say Philly. Been playing good.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Philly.
And they did beat them the other week too. I'm gonna go Boston that one. I'm gonna say they're gonna get that get back.
Okay.
I'm gonna say they're gonna get that get back.
And I can see that happening, but I'm still rolling.
And then we got Kings and Lakers.
Don't fail me, Lakers. God, please. Kings and Lakers. I'm going Kings.
Woo.
I'm going to Kings. Like the bean.
Like the bean. I'm gonna go with Lakers.
I gotta do this. All of this is Joe's fault because he was talking about how basketball and y'all niggas this, y'all niggas that. He cursed some type of way, so it's Joe's fault. It's his fault, some type of way.
It's always Joe's fault.
I'm taking some of them bowls. Okay, some of them bowls back. I'm taking some. You keep some for you.
Hilarious. The Thursday is the last set of games. Of course, we had the in-season tournaments. I ain't mentioned that though. So Thursday we have Nets and the Heat.
Nets and the Heat.
Yep.
Give me Miami. I'll take Miami. Bam has been playing very well.
You see, they took Even though he still had the triple double, they took the 1 rebound back.
I didn't know that. Wow.
They be hating on it. They be hating on people, bro. I swear they be hating.
Man.
I'm gonna have to go because I know the last time the Nets played, they had a couple people out.
Yeah.
I know Cam was out. Ben Simmons was out for whatever reason.
He's been doing decent.
Yeah, he has.
I'll say that he's been doing decent.
He has. I'm gonna go Heat this one too.
Okay.
Then the last one we have Thunder versus the Warriors.
I'm actually gonna say the Thunder on that one. I'm gonna say the Thunder.
Cool. I'm gonna have to go with the last time they played was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That was the in-season tournament. I don't think the Warriors probably should have won that.
No,
because that was definitely a goaltend, offensive goaltend.
But you know,
I'm gonna go Thunder as well.
Okay, it'll be a good game.
Yep, good game. So, where I want to go to next. So somebody did bring to me. So we can talk about this a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody did come to me. Where they hit me up in the group chat.
Mm-hmm.
But pretty much saying how the Dame trade wasn't. It's probably the Dame trade has hurt the Bucks defensively this season. How do we feel about defensively as well as overall about the Dame trade so far?
I think that objectively it has hurt them defensively. I will agree with that. But I don't think that they need to be looked at as this was a bad trade. I still think this was a good trade. Because you have a closer in Dame now. Jrue Holiday is missed. I do think that he was a very integral part of that system. And I don't know if I said last time, but I do think they should have traded Middleton instead of Dame. I mean, instead of Jrue. But oh well.
Right.
However, I do think that we're still early in this trading process. And it's not like the Lakers where they brought in role players. You brought in a star.
Right.
You brought in a superstar, an all-star. That takes time to get used to.
Because usually from what I've seen, when you trade for a star, you're getting rid of a lot of your good role players.
Exactly.
And you know, good role players that wasn't just starting, but good role players that was coming off the bench for you.
Yep.
That was going to give you the points.
Yep.
Bryce Allen.
And I was playing good defense. Yeah. He was shooting the ball well, and now he brought that to Phoenix.
Yep.
And, you know, they're in the same boat, too, of, like, we're still finding our niche. Yeah. And I think that that's okay. That shouldn't be an asterisk. It shouldn't be a penalty. But it also shouldn't be this big thing of, like, they going to the chip. They winning, nigga. Shut up. Like, well, no. I'm not on the extreme of either.
Right.
I'm right here. I'm saying they are in an adjustment period.
Right.
And it's going to take it usually takes teams like that, from what I've seen, either 30 games or sometimes most of the season. Like look at Miami when Bron first went there. It wasn't perfect. We all know what happened with the Lakers when Nash and Dwight went there. I think the only exception in the past few years has been KD to the Warriors.
Right.
But you're bringing in another ball dominant player who is a big decision maker, and now Giannis is willingly letting him do it. But now Giannis has to retool himself and be like, okay, in some points of the game when he come up and he drive and do that spin move and dunk on somebody, okay, I can't do that 20 times a game no more. Right. I got to do that 10 times a game now. That's why he was working with Akeem this summer, developing them post moves, a little bit of a mid-range shot. So he's
said all he do was traveling.
I think he just hate on Giannis. I really do. But it's still, everyone is adjusting from the new role players, the current role players. Like Brook Lopez has taken back and seen the scoring to play more defense and rebounding. Middleton isn't scoring as much as usual. Yeah. Like everyone is readjusting. So it's gonna take time. So I do think that the trade was still good, but yes, the lack of defense is something that was sacrificed and that I wish wasn't.
Yeah, the post. This post was like the Bucks were ranked fourth on defense with Drew Holiday last season. They're ranked 20, and this is a older post. This is from earlier this week.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure how it updated so far. Well, not updated. Well, Monday from last week, I should say, since it is Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the Bucks were ranked fourth last season, 25th this season with Dame. Dame is playing career worst defense and is ranked 333rd in individual defensive rating. And it says Bucks offensive rating is worse than last season too, while Drew's new team has the best offensive rating in the NBA by far.
Mm-hmm.
So it's right now it's one I already once the trade happened, I knew it was going to take on the defensive side. I knew the Bucks was going to take a hit.
Yeah. I think they should make another trade and
for
go
a defensive.
Yeah. Realistically, I think that Kelly Oubre would have been good in this system. I wish that they would have got him because I think that he's done good defensively. Before his accident for Philly,
and they brung back Crowder.
Yeah.
He can be a good player, but I don't know.
He
at
has
this
his
point,
moments.
yeah. At this point now, it's like I don't know if he's the one that you should have went out and
Yeah.
got.
I think that they can go get another player. They have pieces to trade with.
Yeah.
So I think if they can go get another just decent to good defensive player from somewhere, I don't have time to go through the whole NBA right now.
Yeah.
But if they can go find that piece and trade Crowder, the one brother they got on the team who got drafted the year before, like Pharrell, I'll be forgetting his name. Like I would make that sacrifice too. Like what we did before, let's do it again.
Right.
Let's just go get some of those smaller key players.
Right. Yeah. So short opinions on it. Definitely defensively. Just looking at Dame's plus minus each game, man, it's bad.
Yeah.
That's I one game it was minus like 20 in the 20s. So I was like, yeah, that's not going to work unless you're scoring like 30 a game or something. Like you can't give us a bad defensive game and then not give us buckets.
Yep.
Like, and Dame, he's never been that defensive player, even though he can play defense. I think he get more intense, aggressive on the defensive end when he are playing like those top point guards in the league, like a Russ and everybody like that.
They push him more.
Yeah, but I think overall, I still got Bucks going far. They're still in for right now. They're still in my top three. Getting out the Eastern Conference. I think they will make adjustments, and it will definitely the offense will definitely run smoother as the season go along. And for me saying that about them, I don't want to bring it back, but me saying that about them, hopefully that can happen with the Clippers too. But I just feel, with the Clippers it's different because it's just too many people that need.
You got a lot of ball dominant.
Too many people that need the ball. But with the Bucks, it's like Giannis don't necessarily need the ball. Like Giannis is not a joker. He's not gonna, even though he can, he's not gonna be the one bringing the ball down, setting up the plays.
Yeah.
Giannis actually gonna be the one in the post, like Embiid, get your big ass in the post.
Yep.
But then you have people like Dame, and then you have people like Middleton set up for the three. And like you saying, Lopez, he's transformed himself differently. He's still a good defensive player, rim protector, and he can shoot that three ball.
Yep.
So they got the pieces. They just need to fix. They just do a better job on the defensive end, and I think the offense will come because we already know who Dame is. Let's not act like they ain't gonna stand no business. They ain't gonna stand no business, man. But anything left from that?
No.
But we're gonna move on to our last segment, self-titled "Reaching or Teaching." You wanna give this one?
Oh boy! All right, so Is LeBron reaching or teaching with this statement? So over the past couple of days, there's been a big debate going on social media, sports podcasts, sports media in general about
Mhm.
LeBron saying he would basically have the same career if he did not go to Miami. So is he reaching or teaching?
So me personally, I don't think he was.
Oh, so he was
Because I
teaching.
think I think the because it was like him being dominant. Would he still be dominant if he didn't go to the Heat? And I think the answer to that question should be an easy yes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Easy yes, because that don't take away from that don't take away from his skill set, his mindset, or anything like that. He still would be the player that he is today. But at the same I'm more on the side of yes, he's teaching. But we can't, that time, that 4 years was like college. It's like college for LeBron in Miami.
Yeah,
That's the years he kind of
that's a good
reached his
comparison.
peak as a player. And me personally, of course, some people might argue the 2018 Bron with the Cavs.
Mm-hmm.
But me personally, I just feel like Bron best years were with Miami.
Yeah.
Um, I feel like he was in the best shape of his life during that time.
Mm-hmm. And he was.
Like he actually used his like core strengths, like his quickness, his strength. Like he actually used that often. Like he didn't settle for all the
Yeah,
jumpers,
he was playing better
better
defense.
defense, and everything like that. Um, but going through those 4 years with the Miami, he grew as an individual, but at the same time, you got to think you going to back finals.
Mm-hmm.
You going to back to the that's momentum.
Yep.
That's gonna help you every season. Oh, I'm back in it. Cool. Okay, I'm back in it. You just getting better and better.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if we take those years out, I'm not sure how far his peak is would
Mm-hmm.
be, but I think he would still be always considered top 3 in the NBA all through those years.
Yeah.
Of course you can, because outside of maybe 2014, outside of maybe 2014, you can still argue that he was the best player in the NBA. Then 14, you can argue KD was.
Mm-hmm. 15 definitely KD.
15 definitely KD. Or
I would say 15 definitely KD.
want to say KD or Steph.
I would say Steph was 16.
I feel like I don't know.
That's just me.
So
That's just me.
you think Steph 16 was better than his 15?
Yes, I do.
I don't know. Steph was
I do.
different
The
15.
playoffs won't.
Babyface. I mean that too, but Babyface, man, Babyface Steph was he was different. But nah, it's a fair argument though.
It is.
But yeah,
Mm.
I think he was teaching. I think he was teaching, but at the same time, I don't know if all the accolades would still be there.
No, I think he would have the
With
same amount
LeBron.
of MVPs. I just think he would have less rings. And he
Yeah,
even said it. So I agree.
yeah,
I think he would have less rings. But that's about it.
that's about it. And of course, some people talked about it. How would that change? How would that change him in the GOAT conversations?
Mm.
Um, because honestly, if he didn't go Miami, oh, I don't know now. I might have to change.
Mm.
Now I'm gonna stick. I'm gonna stand on business. Fuck that. I'm gonna stand on business. But that you got, man, that Miami time is a key for his career.
Mm.
Like it's crucial for his career. Like he needed Miami.
He did.
Like let's not be like he needed Miami.
But I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Not
But it's
good.
crazy that you say that because I remember Gilbert Arenas saying Miami needed him. Because he was talking about like the challenging the Heat culture. It was like, okay, so where was that culture when he left? They didn't even make the playoffs next year.
I did see that.
So I think that was one of those things where they fed each other. Like
Mm-hmm.
Heat culture needed him, and he needed Heat culture
Mm-hmm.
because you still had D Wade, top 5 player in the league, you arguably top. I say at the most at least top 15 at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Great player, you know, he was coming off Shaq, and it was just different without him. Just him and Bosh without
Yeah.
LeBron. So there.
But
Mhm.
that's my fault.
No, go ahead.
I just had to get out real quick. But I don't think that's a fair. I don't think that's a fair statement because he was like, just the years that they missed the playoffs or whatever. Okay, we all know Lakers got a culture.
Yeah.
We all know Lakers got a culture. At the after Shaq was traded, we had a couple rough seasons.
Mm-hmm.
We did make first round, but Suns,
Yep.
Steve Nash got us out there.
Yep.
Then we got right back into it.
We got Pau Gasol,
Buying them, Dr. buying them and everything
Ron
like that.
Artest, Oden.
We got back to it, and then like the Kobe last year in the playoffs was 2012.
Mm-hmm.
2012, and then we had that rough season, a rough couple of seasons after that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't Gilbert know what he talking about, but I don't know if that's a fair argument of why, when you question the Heat culture.
Yeah, I think they both benefited.
Yeah.
Like LeBron learned something, and then they gained something.
Yeah.
They got championships with like other than just D Wade's run. You got 2 more. Great, fantastic. Be happy about it. But also LeBron did learn basketball, learned discipline a little bit more from that culture. So, and yeah, he took that with him. It also helped that he had prime Kevin Love, Kyrie Irving, and other solid role players with him there. Versus Miami, it's like, no offense, what was Norris Cole gonna do? What was Birdman gonna do? What was Mike Miller gonna do? Like, what was UD gonna do?
Yeah.
As equivalent to LeBron at that time.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, with Miller, you got a set shooter. Well, once again, that goes back to the hooper versus basketball player. Miller will work good in the system.
mm-hmm.
It's not somebody you're gonna depend on a lot, but a good role player in the system and everything. Same with like Birdman. I think Birdman years. I don't know. We might have to look and see, compare his years with the Heat with the Nuggets.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I like him. Definitely better in Denver.
I'm about to say I like him with the Nuggets better than with the Heat, even though he got some key moments with the Heat.
He was just coming filling that slot for Bosh. That's what it was. It's just putting it because it's like your rotation was like Allen, Cole, Birdman. You may still have like Wade in that rotation too.
Mm-hmm. I think one year they had. No, I think that was doing that. No, that was a different period.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say Lewis.
Yeah.
That was during the 2006 period.
Yeah, like he did his job coming in, fill that gap, Bosh get some rest. All right, cool, we out.
Yeah.
Like it did, like with Mike Miller too.
Yeah.
Mike Miller comes light it up a little bit. All right, cool, we straight now.
But that's a team. That's a team.
Yep.
Like we don't need you. You understand your role.
Mm-hmm.
Understand your role. We don't need you to come in here and do a lot. We just need to come here and do just enough. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Brown was gonna be Brown regardless.
Yeah.
Brown was gonna be Brown regardless. Of course, it's hard that we gotta. Of course, winning is big when you talk about these conversations.
Mm-hmm.
It's unfortunate that the amount of wins changes the conversation. But yeah, I think he was just. Yeah, he was on a different time in Miami.
Yeah.
He was on his focus was different in Miami. Like he were on a mission. But yeah, I don't think it would have changed anything.
Same.
I don't think it would change anything. It's
Same.
LeBron. So I look, I'm not the biggest LeBron fan.
Me neither.
But I'm not gonna sit here and hate on the man. Cause y'all we don't got the time for it. But y'all keep talking trash about Bean. I'ma slide in your DM.
Yep.
Stephen A. Stop disrespecting Bean, bro.
Same.
Y'all be
Stop it,
making
bro.
these arguments against Bean, but y'all don't do the same for other players.
Nope.
Y'all keep talking about Kobe had Shaq.
Shaq had Kobe.
Magic had Kareem for all those rings.
Mm-hmm.
Kareem had Magic or a top 75 point guard for every single ring.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep the
argument fair.
Fair. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all keep disrespecting Bean. I'm gonna have to see y'all.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stand on business about it.
Please do.
I'm gonna stand on business about it. Y'all making me mad. That's why I don't like be having these conversations. Y'all be pissing me off. And these are people that get paid millions of dollars to talk about this shit.
Yep.
Millions of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all be making no sense. No. But I forgot, before we close, because I did say I was gonna come back to Kendrick Perkins.
Yes.
Man, I'm surprised. What was he? I'm surprised there's no consequences that come with it. And I hate pinning that out. But you can't just take your belt off and start whooping the chair on public.
He just do what the hell he wanted to do.
You can't do that. You can't do that. But Disney is about to get this.
Disney about to get your ass. Keep playing.
You can't do that. Disney's about to get your ass out of here.
Oh God.
You can't demonstrate an ass whooping on TV.
He did perfectly.
Perfectly. You can't do that, Perk. If nobody else told you, I'm telling you, you can't do that, Perk.
Come on, bro.
Say that shit for your own podcast or whatever.
Yes.
But you can't demonstrate an ass whooping with a belt.
No. You and
or
ESPN talk about that. Oh God.
Oh my God, you can't do that, man. Oh my God, yeah, you can't do that, man. But that's all I got for this one, man. Anything else you want to close out with?
Nah, I agree. Bron was teaching. He wasn't really reaching.
Yeah.
That's about it. Thank y'all so much today for the conversation. Hope you all like it. Share it. Continue to follow Reaching the Teaching. Follow our individual platforms as well. Check out Unfiltered Brothers and check out the Woke Podcast. So that's all I got.
Yep. Appreciate y'all. As always, continue to give us feedback, subscribe. If you want to follow us on all the social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Reaching the Teaching, both of them. Audio will be released on Spotify for podcasts, and then video on YouTube platform. So y'all stay blessed, stay safe, and we out here.